The GOP presidential hopefuls are campaigning hard in key primary states, explaining why they believe that they are the best candidate to take on President Obama in 2012. Now, the latest Fox News poll shows that Newt Gingrich has solidified his lead as the clear frontrunner at this time. According to the survey, 36% said that they'd support Gingrich. Romney is holding steady in second place, 23%. Ron Paul rounds out the top three. He's got 12%. And joining me now to react to the latest national polls and to give us some insight as to where things currently stand in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, Florida, Republican strategist John McLaughlin, Democratic pollster Bernard Whitman is with us. Guys, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
All right, interesting numbers. And let me bring up just two more, and then we'll go a little bit further here. Let's look at Iowa caucuses, and this is the time poll that came out. Gingrich in Iowa, 33, 20 for Romney. Paul's doing pretty well, 17. Romney up in New Hampshire, 35, 26 Gingrich, 17 Paul. Will the attacks that are inevitably coming tomorrow in the debate and then Thursday, right here at the Fox debate, how big an impact are they going to have, you think, on maybe moving these poll numbers?
Yeah, I think it's really hard right now because you only have 24 days and you have Christmas and New Year's over this interval. Remember 4 years ago, Romney was doing well, winning Iowa, and then Huckabee blew by him with a TV ad about with a Christmas tree and a cross behind it. I was working for Fred Thompson at the time. We were having a hard time, and I've been in Iowa with Forbes. You got to remember the people that go to the 100,000 people on January 3rd, cold night, to spend 4 or 5 hours there. They are 3/4 conservatives. They are 2/3 born-again Christians. They want a positive campaign. And I think Newt has been really disciplined in giving him a positive issues campaign.
It's interesting because everyone now is piling on him. And he said today, whether he'll keep this strategy up or not, you know, I'm going to stay positive. And, yeah. But they've got to be thinking, they've got to be prepared to punch back in this debate a little bit.
It's really hard to go negative in this atmosphere right now. It's really hard because the Republicans are united that we want somebody other than Barack Obama. And Barack Obama is eminently beatable.
I would have to disagree. The Republicans are anything but united. The primary is in complete disarray. You've got Newt surging. You have Romney tanking. You have the anybody but Mitt train gathering more and more and more strength. Here's what's going to happen.
Let me stop you for a second.
No, let me finish.
Wait. Stop one second.
Newt is going to take Iowa.
Let's go back to 2008. It's almost immature, the statement you're making, because Hillary and Obama were killing each other.
You know what?
Wait, let me finish. And this happens in every primary, so let's not act like this is unique.
It's very different here.
Exactly
the Republicans are desperate to find anybody but Mitt Romney. Look what happened. They went after Trump. They went after Daniels. They went after Christie. Then it was Perry in the race, Bachmann in the race, Kaine. Now
and Hillary was ahead. And Hillary and Bill Clinton said they played the race card army, and they planned it from the start. Did you forget that?
Obama and Hillary basically were two sides of the same coin, different personality, but basically the same ideology, same policies. Right now, there is a battle royale for the heart and soul of the Republican Party, and what's going to happen is Gingrich is going to win Iowa. Romney could come in third behind Paul. Then Romney wins New Hampshire. Gingrich goes into South Carolina, and Florida blows it away and ultimately self-destructs because Newt cannot help himself.
Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. I will say this. Obama can really help himself. Mr. Hope and Change, dirty water, dirty air, Mr. Positive, civil discussions, Mr. I'll cut the deficit in half, Mr. Unemployment will be below 8%, Mr. Navy Corpsman. You know what a Navy Corpsman is? He's a genius commander-in-chief, the first one that ever discovered Navy Corpsman. I find this offensive that these guys on the left, they just cannot help themselves.
You know what they...
from the very beginning, this is a weak field, but Obama's so strong, hanging out with Bill Ayers.
Excuse me, the Republicans think it's a weak field because they're still looking for another candidate.
No.
Look at the money guys.
That's not true.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Bernard, that's not true. There's one candidate. No, there's one candidate that can beat Barack Obama, and he's doing a brilliant job. It's Barack Obama.
That's absolutely correct.
And he is under 50. He's tied with Romney in the national polls, and Gingrich is only 6 points behind, but he's well under 50. And you know, as a pollster, all those undecideds, they want to vote against.
The last time Newt Gingrich was on the national stage, you know what he did? He shut down the government and got
here comes the negative attack.
Okay, David Axelrod.
Here comes the negative attack.
You read David Axelrod's talking points before you come on, because you sound just like him.
No,
you sound like David Plouffe.
I don't. He does not consult me, and I don't consult him.
You know what the one thing Bernard will like? You have an environment right now where you could have a three-way race. Because somebody like Bloomberg could get in, or somebody else. Because 1980, when we had
Bloomberg's not
a recession, I know, but 1980,
no, there's going to be a third line on the ticket. Americans like, there's no question about that.
92, you had a recession. You had Ross Perot. Chances are the Republicans are going to be united. And the question is, when Barack Obama looks beatable, who's going to?
The Republicans going to be united. The majority of people in all four of those states, North Carolina, Iowa, New Hampshire, and Florida, the majority of them say they may change their mind before the election. Some of these elections are 4 weeks away.
They're going to pick the guy they're going to pick a candidate who's going to beat Barack Obama, because Barack Obama, like Jimmy Carter, is saying, oh, we want this one, we want that one.
You know what? You poll the Republicans. The Republicans are more likely to say they'd rather stick to their far-right principles than beat Obama. And the more conservative you are, the more likely you are to say, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to stick to my principles. But guess what, folks? This country is a center-centrist country, not a center-right.
It's a center-right country. 41% of the country identify themselves as conservative.
Not a far-right country.
Only 21 are liberal like you. So, and your definition of far-right is anybody, and you think Obama's a moderate, don't you?
I think he's center-left.
I think he's a moderate.
I think he's center-left.
Center-left. He's a left. So he's
but
center.
He's not a far-right nut.
Give you the last word, John.
The bottom line is Obama's policies are failing. He's the worst president since Hoover. We're insecure right now. You're looking at a word. You know what it is? They don't know where the guns are that Eric Holder had, right? They don't know where the money was that Corzine had. They don't know if Iran has a nuclear weapon, and they can't create any jobs.
And the Republicans won't lift a finger to create a single job in this country.
I know. They won't lift a finger. Listen, I'm going to tell you one thing. I want dirty air. I want dirty water. I want old people thrown over the cliff.
And you want a tax cut
I want
if you're making
autistic children to fend for themselves.
No, if you want a tax cut if you're making over 7 figures. And you know what?
Kids with Down syndrome fending for themselves.
The first responders.
You are a broken cliche. You are so. Have you not learned anything?
I am the 99%.
Those tax cuts create
That's because no one wants to hire you as a pollster.
That's the nicest thing you said to me all night, Sean.
Obama's spending doesn't create jobs. Tax cuts do create jobs. And that's worked time and again, and you can go back to Kennedy.
That actually, the trickle-down economics
hang on a second.
In
As I go to break, let me drink some of my Poland Spring dirty water.
You better recycle that bottle.
I don't like it. I'll recycle it. Here, you take it home.
Thank you.